Forge Gang! I am still a hard man! Alright, so I want to talk a little bit, not too much, about how women drive society. So, it's actually women who influence and primarily drive the way that society goes. Only the most richest and top 20% of men have that kind of power. Okay, only the top 20% of men who have, like, sometimes six figures, sometimes they're day traders or investors. Having a six-figure job isn't always going to make you a millionaire, and you can have over $1 million in assets and not have $1 million in dollars, so there's different ways about being wealthy, but generally the top 20% of men are the ones who drive society, and it's about the 95% of women, really pretty much all women, that drive and influence society. It is actually women who start getting fashions going. Pretty much every fashion or mass fashion is started by women, and it's usually women or gays who spread fashion and get it popular and going off the air. Most people just don't notice that because they're not supposed to. Anyway, it is women who drive and influence society. I'm not talking about like in military or like day-to-day jobs and work environments. That's not what I mean. I'm talking about like in the world of politics, the world of fashion, culture, literacy. You see women involved all the time saying that they are very deeply involved in culture. Women are very interested in things like culture, language, sophistication, cultural inebriation, kind of nihilistic inebriation, or inebriated in nihilism, specifically kind of cultural nihilism. It's women who got the queer movement up and being popular. You know, like 20 years ago, it was women who started the whole non-binary stuff and got it popular. And it was just men who later adapted and got into it, but it was primarily driven by women. And today it's women who are now pushing towards the right. The reason why mainstream is only now shifting over more to the right is because the women are doing it. The women realize their own mistakes with supporting open borders and trying to let in refugees and supporting woke agenda. Now they've completely inverted everything, and now women are the primary voices and the primary drivers about closed borders, sending criminals out of the country, getting dangerous criminals out of the country. Just a few years ago, it was all about adopting refugees. It's women who do this kind of stuff. What you fail to understand is that women have a lot of power and a lot of say in society. And Asmongold did a video clip and pointed this out. It's when you get the women into your movement, into your political movement, that it begins to have a lot of influence. If you have no women in your political party or your political movement, it is never going to get off and go anywhere. But when you have women joining it, that is when it becomes normalized and goes mainstream, is when women are included and join it. Together also with millionaires and billionaires and high-tech corporate technocrats as well. But it's women that drive society, that drive the shift of movements, and right now it is women who are turning society more to the right. As soon as it becomes beneficial for these women to go back to the left and to support leftist politics, they're going to go back to the left and they're going to move society right back over to the left. So it's only a temporary casus belli. It is whatever is in support of the feminist casus belli. Right now, women think that they will be happier staying at home and like being wives or trad wives, at least some of them are. Right now, women prefer to have closed borders, and so right now, there is a Republican in the White House instead of a Democrat, and that will change, or that could easily change any time, whenever the winds of fortune blow for these women. So, women are the drivers in culture and society. They're the ones who influence mass movements and whatnot. So, a return to the right doesn't mean nothing. Like, somehow, oh, things are going to the right. No, they're not. This is not a traditional right-wing society. This is a neocon right society or a neocon right-driven administration. It is Zionist and it supports the existence of the State of Israel. This administration is not interested in America for Americans, it's interested in Israel for Israelis. And it's time to realize that. I mean, it's time to wake up and drink the coffee. The neocon right-wing politics is entirely catering to Mossad and to Zionism. And the only reason why it has gone mainstream is because women have helped it to go mainstream. Men have very little say and very little to dictate and influence in society. Men are just catering to what women tell them to do, because the men in this society are mainly cucked. They're extremely cucked, and they're white knights. And to be honest, I don't see how a gay man is any worser off than someone like that. Is a gay man a feminist by dressing up like a woman and wanting access to women's spaces? Yes. But is a white knight cuck who wants to put these women, these very liberal, woke, educated women on a high pedestal, are they really any better? The answer is no. They're just as feminist as gay men are. I've actually seen lots of gay men who are actually very aware of this, and straight men too. It's not just gay men. There's also straight men like Better Bachelor who talk about this, but they're right. They're actually right about how women are the primary drivers of society. And the idea that LGBT is that big of a problem, and it is a problem in modern society. I'm not going to deny that the gay agenda is trivial. It absolutely is very central and important of an influence in this society, but they are only a marginal side of the problem. Half of the problem with this is half of the population. Half of the population is female. Half the problem stems from the female population. And the reluctance of the male gender to understand this and to face the facts in regards that most of the problems and the issues in modern society have been caused by women. That's about it. Take care.